Good evening. There was another shocking reminder today of the scale of knife crime in London as figures revealed a big rise in attacks, many in the heart of the capital's famous tourist district. Offences jumped by nearly 60% in 3 years, with most involving robbery and mobile phones the most common targets. 20 streets were singled out as the West End's crime hotspots, and the figures don't get much better when it comes to police solving cases. Callum Fairhurst reports.
There is a phone snatcher epidemic here in London.
Bex is desperate to warn people about knife crime in the capital. 2 weeks ago, she saw criminals snatching a phone in Haggerston. She intervened and had a knife pulled on her.
I felt terrified and I felt frozen and I felt like I was in an unfair fight. The way that he was using the weapons, it really made me question, what lengths you need to do to protect the phone that you've stolen.
Mobile mugging is a familiar sight for many here, and a report out today says that knife crime, frequently related to robbery and phone snatching, was on the up. In London, it increased by almost 60% in the 3 years to 2024, while the report claims just 1 in 20 robberies were solved by police, and even fewer, 1 in 170 thefts from people, have actually had an outcome.
And just 20 small areas in London account for more than a quarter of these crimes, with particular hotspots including here in Oxford Circus and along Regent Street, where there is more theft, there's more robbery, and there's also more knife crime than 15% of London combined. And the authors of this report say something needs to be done quickly.
If we don't get a grip of this now, we're going to see less tourists coming into the city, less businesses wanting to move here. This will just start to really affect Londoners. There's 850 officers inside the Met that could be redeployed tomorrow to patrol these streets. And what we want those officers doing is more stop and search.
Campaigners would say that stop and searching is not the right way to go forward. They say it's not effective. They say it also racially profiles people. What would you say to that?
Well, we know the evidence is that that's just not right. The more stop and search you do, the less knife crime offences there are. And we have to confront the reality of the crime that we're facing in places like Oxford Circus today.
The Metropolitan Police told us today we're putting more officers in neighbourhoods than ever before. Our approach is having success. This financial year, knife-related crime is down. This report repeats the calls that we have previously made for reform of the justice system. The government also says they're committed to cutting knife crime in half over the next decade. But for victims like Bex, she wants change soon.
I want something to be done about this because we shouldn't have to be living in fear. And London is becoming, for me, my experience, progressively more dangerous.
And lots of work will be needed to make sure others don't have to go through Bex's ordeal. Callum Fairhurst, ITV News.